And you have a baby on the way. Congratulations.
What makes you say that?
The shark told me.
You know you don't ever say that to a woman.
First of all, congrats on your little bump.
Congrats on your little bump.
What about my bump?
Like, you say hi to Stephanie, it's my girlfriend.
Hi, Stephanie.
Thank you
You
so
should leave him.
Hollywood is no stranger to messy drama, but when it comes to Blake Lively, the cracks in her perfectly curated image are starting to show in a way no one expected. She used to be the golden girl, the witty, effortlessly beautiful, fashionable mom, next door everyone adored. But lately, oh, the internet's got receipts. And honey, they are not cute. With the Justin Baldoni lawsuit shining an unflattering spotlight on her, fans and critics alike have gone digging, and what they've uncovered is a pattern of on-air meltdowns, catty jabs, diva behavior, awkward interviews, and fan interactions that left people genuinely speechless. For years, Blake Lively was praised for her charm and relatable personality, but now it's all starting to unravel. Because the more people rewatch these interviews, the clearer it becomes. Blake might have been putting on an act this whole time, and the truth is bubbling to the surface, clip by clip, quote by quote, moment by moment. We're counting down the top 10 times Blake Lively went way too far on live TV, and trust us, by the end of this video, you'll never look at her the same way again. Let's jump right in. Blake's first big red flag came during an extra interview. Everything started sweet and wholesome until the interviewer brought up a simple question about pregnancy cravings.
Angel Ball, and it's very dear to my heart because it's very dear to Lorraine's heart. She's one of my best friends. She's family to me, and it's an important cause.
Instead of answering like a normal person, Blake gave a response so tone-deaf it had mothers everywhere rolling their eyes. She brushed off the question like it was beneath her, downplaying pregnancy struggles in a way that felt dismissive and out of touch. Fans were furious. Like, girl, not everyone's pregnancy is designer outfits and pastel cupcakes, and then came It Ends With Us. At the premiere, a fan gave Blake a sweet handmade friendship bracelet. Innocent, right? Except Blake looked at that thing like it was radioactive.
Thank you so much. That's so sweet. I'm gonna put it here because it doesn't go with my outfit, but I will wear it.
Why? Because it didn't match her outfit. Yup, she didn't wear it because it clashed with her look. Fans were heartbroken, and honestly, kind of disgusted. It's not about fashion, it's about connection. But Blake clearly didn't care. Then we had another fan interaction that totally backfired. A sweet guy just wanted Blake to say something nice to his girlfriend. Simple, cute, wholesome.
Hi to Stephanie, it's my girlfriend.
Hi, Stephanie.
Thank you
You
so
should leave him.
Instead, Blake went full savage and told the girlfriend to leave him. Excuse me? Who hurt you, Blake? That wasn't funny, it wasn't edgy, it was straight up rude and mean-spirited. Like, why even go there? Things got even messier when people started calling Blake a hypocrite. She's suing Baldoni for inappropriate behavior on set, but fans were quick to point out that she once proudly bragged about doing something very similar with Henry Golding in A Simple Favor. She literally improvised a scene where she grabbed him between the legs. Her idea, not the script. And now she's suing Baldoni for doing something similar? Make it make sense. How is it empowering when she does it, but inappropriate when it happens to her? The internet was quick to drag her for that double standard. Because once receipts start popping up, so does the truth. The internet doesn't forget Blake. Later, during press for It Ends With Us, Blake was asked a deeply important question about abuse, the central theme of the film. This was her moment to connect, to show empathy, to use her platform for something real.
I'm going to jump into this, and Blake, I'm going to start with you. Most of us, if we're lucky enough to run into a celebrity in public, we only have a few moments to maybe speak with you guys. But for people who see this movie, who relate to the topics of this movie on a deeply personal level, they're really going to want to talk to you. This movie is going to affect people, and they're going to want to tell you about their lives. So if someone understands the themes of this movie, comes across you in public, and they want to really talk to you, what's the best way for them to be able to talk to you about this? How would you recommend they go about it?
But instead of stepping into that responsibility, she laughed, she joked, she brushed it off with superficial humor that had nothing to do with the trauma at the heart of the story. Fans were stunned. She looked like she hadn't even read the book. And worse, she made it seem like the movie was just another glam job, not a powerful piece about surviving abuse. Then came the Cafe Society interview. Blake was asked a simple question about costumes in a period film, a basic, easy, feel-good topic.
I'm going to jump into this, and Blake, I'm going to start with you. Most of us, if we're lucky enough to run into a celebrity in public, we only have a few moments to maybe speak with you guys. But for people who see this movie, who relate to the topics of this movie on a deeply personal level, they're really going to want to talk to you. This movie is going to affect people, and they're going to want to tell you about their lives. So if someone understands the themes of this movie, comes across you in public, and they want to really talk to you, what's the best way for them to be able to talk to you about this? How would you recommend?
Parker Posey was literally ready to gush about the wardrobe. She looked thrilled. But Blake, she made it weird. She hijacked the conversation and launched into a rant about how asking women about their clothes is sexist. She didn't stop to listen. She didn't respond kindly. She straight up ignored the journalist and turned to her co-star like the interviewer didn't exist.
Most of his movies, and this one was so like visually amazing.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Did you guys love wearing those kind of clothes that you?
Yeah.
Kirsty Flaw, the journalist, calmly explained she asks men the same questions too, but Blake wasn't hearing it. She kept going, talking around the journalist and not to her, making the moment super uncomfortable. She took a sweet, fashion-focused question and twisted it into an awkward feminist lecture that didn't even apply. But that's not the only time Blake's double standards were on display. In another interview, she went on and on about how people always pit women against each other. She was so passionate, calling it sexist and damaging.
An article recently saying that Leighton and I were frenemies. And it's
Frenemies, is that the new term, frenemies?
Yeah, we're friends, but we're also enemies. And it's really strange because they always want to pit women against each other. You don't hear about like Penn and Chase hating each other and being jealous.
And honestly, she had a point. But then, in her very next interview, she did the exact thing she claimed to hate. Her brunette co-star was talking about staying true to her character's look by keeping her natural hair. Totally normal, right? Blake interrupted her and blurted out, "Blondes are better." Like, girl, what?
I think I'm just brunette because of the books.
And everyone knows blondes are nicer anyway.
It wasn't funny, it wasn't playful, it was just petty. You could see the co-star's face fall in real time. It reeked of insecurity. Like Blake couldn't handle sharing the spotlight for even a second. Then came another backhanded moment. This time, it was a sly dig during an outfit discussion. Blake casually mentioned that her outfit was budget and then credited her co-star like it was a joke.
That is important. Very good.
It's very important.
This is wardrobe.
This is wardrobe. This was on the return rack. I think it was hers. So I had to go and like slip them cash.
Translation, she was mocking her co-star for dressing affordably. It was shady, unnecessary, and made the whole vibe feel passive-aggressive. You could see the discomfort. Blake wasn't being witty, she was being mean. And it's not just fans picking up on this pattern. This whole girl power image she tries to sell, it doesn't align with the way she treats people in interviews. One minute she's preaching sisterhood, the next she's throwing other women under the bus for cheap laughs. Things only spiraled further when she was promoting It Ends With Us. Remember, this is a film about domestic violence. A raw, emotional story. And how did Blake promote it?
Ends With Us is in theaters now, so grab your friends, wear your florals, and head out to see it.
She told fans to grab their girlfriends and wear floral dresses. Like they were going to a picnic. People were appalled. This isn't a feel-good rom-com. It's a film about trauma and survival. The fact that Blake treated it like an Instagram moment made it feel like she completely missed the heart of the story. And the hypocrisy didn't stop there. Remember how upset she got when she was asked about her outfits? She called it sexist. She was clearly offended.
She wants to talk about the clothes, but I wonder if they would ask the men about the clothes.
It's always the way that I enter a character. I'm a very shy person, so if I look a certain way, then I can escape into that. Like even stuff today, I don't dress like this in real life, but like I'm having to like do interviews and talk, so I'm gonna wear like a crazy pattern and really crazy rings. Rings also are like my comfort blanket. It's just a very expensive comfort blanket.
But then she turns around in a totally different interview and starts gushing about her outfits. She said fashion helps her get into character and even bragged about how her jewelry helps her feel glamorous. Like, huh? Which is it, Blake? Is fashion empowerment or is it oppression? Because the double standard is giving whiplash. And let's talk about her attitude around her pregnancy. She's been asked about it before, and every time she makes it a problem. In one clip, an interviewer congratulated her in the sweetest way possible. It was respectful, it was polite, it was kind.
You have a baby at home, and you have a baby on the way. Congratulations.
What makes you say that?
The shark told me.
You know you don't ever say that to a woman.
But Blake? She shut him down. She got offended, said it was inappropriate, and made the guy feel like he'd just violated a sacred code. He was literally just congratulating her. And it didn't stop there. When he tried to pivot and move on, clearly shaken, she pulled the most condescending move ever. She told him she'd let him off the hook. Seriously, she acted like she was doing him a favor when he hadn't even done anything wrong. She turned a warm congratulatory moment into an awkward, icy power play. The whole thing left viewers uncomfortable, questioning why she had to make it such a big deal. Blake might be a household name, but moments like these show just how fragile that image can be. From tone-deaf comments to hypocritical rants to straight-up rude fan interactions, it's becoming harder and harder to ignore the cracks. The question now is, are these just isolated slip-ups, or is the real Blake finally starting to show? Let us know which moment made you cringe the most in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more celebrity tea.